E aí, os caras, tudo bem? Aqui quem fala com vocês é o Jorge da Lasanha bem. Hoje eu vou estar trazendo aqui o sexto episódio da saga Cimbat, né? Continuar ele aqui, né? Então, começar agora.
What? What do you mean it's our turn to choose?
Well, this is it. Our ground forces will engage in a decisive battle with the enemy's main force in the Jalachi Desert. If our army wins this showdown of military might, we'll be just a hair away from total victory. We've still got some work for you too, so don't slack off now.
This mission will be referred to as Operation Desert Arrow. The operation will be spread across the entire northern part of the Jalachi Desert. Its final target is at two separate strategic positions: the field HQ in the northern region of the mission area, and the airfield in the western region. A bomber squadron will attack the field headquarters, while the Army 1st Tank Battalion will advance toward the airstrip. Your mission this time is to protect both units from defending enemy forces. This operation is spread out across the entirety of a wide command area. You'll be up against a large number of enemy forces, so choose your opponents carefully. Don't try to take on all of them. Destroying a certain number of enemy forces within your allotted time on station will be considered successful completion of the mission. Operation Desert Arrow commences today at 10:50 hours.
Então, como vocês puderam ver aí, vai fazer uma invasão na... quer dizer, a gente vai avançar no deserto de Chilage, acho que é assim que se fala. Chilage, eu acho. Aí, né? E matar todo mundo. Como sempre. Bem, acho que eu vou pegar algum outro avião aqui pra variar. Sabe, vamos pegar o Gripen aqui. O Gripen já tá bom, eu acho. Ou é um... eu acho que ele foi escolhido não de uma forma tão sábia, mas... fiquei com ele.
Captain, which plane should I... War Dog, launch.
Então, vai fazer meio que uma operação aí... sei lá como é que é o nome lá. Esqueci.
Man,
A guerra do Iraque.
I can't believe they chose our next mission with a damn coin again.
Caramba, tem bagulho de ataque ao solo.
This is Thunderhead. Captain Davenport, how many times do I have to tell you to...
Mas aí, peraí. Tá alto demais aqui.
This is
Tava alto
ridiculous.
demais esse som.
I can't believe they chose our next mission with a damn coin again.
Eu acho que ainda tá, mas... continuar mesmo assim.
This is Thunderhead. Captain Davenport, how many times do I have to tell you to cut the chatter?
Dos tanques e dos bombardeiros que vai na base inimiga aqui.
What did you just say?
Our target is the enemy's field HQ.
Ali é a... mesmo? Aí de
Viking 1 to
tanques.
support fighters, requesting escort to target.
É 3 tanques, beleza. Mas acho que eles lá que é tipo cheio. Não, é um monte ainda. Vocês podem ver lá pro outro lado, ó, pra onde eu tô olhando agora. Tá os bombardeiros.
We got the Sand Island Squadron above us.
Né?
Sand Island Squadron? You are the heroes of the Raspberry Straits?
Sim, a gente mesmo que afundou os navios lá.
The Sand Island Squadron is here. This operation is going to succeed. This is Hawk 1. Presently under attack from enemy fighters. Attackers, bombers, helicopters.
Armas antiaéreas.
This is Viking 1. Enemy fighters closing in. Can't take them on by ourselves.
Quer dizer,
Somebody
armas
get rid of them for us.
com canhão aí é melhor usar contra unidades no chão, pra não ficar gastando bala granada. Ah, bom, beleza, bora avisar vocês. Ok.
This is Viking 1. Looks like the enemy fighters are gone. Returning to previous flight path. Which squadron's escorting us today? It's the one that sunk two of those giant subs. Guess we can rely on them.
dar suporte agora pra divisão de tanques. Falar que não pra ele, porque pra eles falam um pouco mais aí. Diálogo isso. Tem uns dronezinhos de ataque ao solo. Bem básico de destruir. Ataca no cheio pronto. Caramba, dano colateral aí. Pronto, destruído.
Looks like the air attack's finally over. I think we can take it from here. I better thank those Air Force pilots later.
Derrubar esses interceptadores que estão atrás do... Roubaram minha kill, né? Tá. Eu sei que eles não vão atacar o meu parceiro.
I've got sand coming into my mask. Call that ground fire. I've never seen anything like this before. This is Bishop. All aircraft flying support in our area. Clear out the enemy jets above us. They've got us pinned down here.
Derrubar aquele tornado.
Warthog, engage the enemy aircraft if you see an opportunity. Don't worry about the airspace above. Just to concentrate on the attack.
If a missile hits you, you're in for a grand cremation.
Acertei? Não, não acertei não. Droga.
This is ground force. Do something.
Caramba, vai cair desviando mesmo, né? Tá bom, calma aí. Tá indo aí já.
Fighter squadron, shoot them all down. Don't let them get through.
We've got a full belly here. We're counting on your cover.
What are you gonna do if our HQ
Vai
gets
fazer a
wiped out?
interceptação dos...
Enemy approaching at high speed.
Vocês podem ver aí, tem uns fogos de artifício aí, né?
We're rolling it hot to attack them now.
Mas aí eu... Deixa eu ver.
Enemy's battle formation is falling
Assist, ó.
apart. Don't take them on alone.
É os
You'll be
assist.
throwing away your life.
Watch your engine and fuel
É
gauges
a viagem de
carefully.
ataque ao solo aí.
Radar lock.
Derrubado.
I can see the ground pretty well. And the bandits too.
Hey, are those the guys? Yeah, no doubt about it. The Rosgreaves.
They're coming from all sides. We're gonna get shot down before we reach our target. I can hear bullets hitting my plane.
Caramba, ali foi sorte agora.
Watch out.
Ah, eu tô... ainda tem um
Flying
tornado.
fire is messing with my nerves. Keep your current altitude and speed.
Tornado é o nome
Not
desse
break
avião aqui.
formation.
Pra quem não
We
sabe.
must eliminate the threat or this operation will fail. Let the four
Wrong.
wings of Sand Island handle this one.
You think the Rosgreaves are really those Sand Island pilots? Enemy planes
Abençoa
targeting this
ele.
area. Is it him?
I'm sure
Yeah,
glad
man.
the demons of Rosgreaves are on our side.
Parece um gol
Escort
quadrado.
squadron, we need some help here quick. Sure is a tough road to the enemy HQ. Report all battle damage immediately.
We have a sit rep from advancing Allied forces. Listen up, Warthog.
This is Viking 1.
Ok, aquele ali é um avião de ataque...
This is Hawk 1.
Ataque
Currently
inimigo.
under light enemy
Galera,
attack.
você que tá aí.
No hindrance to our advance. You got that? Keep up the close air support. Over.
Watch out for SAMs and AA guns down below.
Droga.
Move it, gang! Don't you dare fall behind the other squads! Don't tell me those Company D idiots ran on ahead again.
E...
The desert heat is robbing the ground forces of their mobility.
Que é...
Will we complete the mission in time at
Aqui
this
também
pace?
derrubei. Sim, a gente vai sim
You're right.
completar a
If this
missão.
bogs down, it'll affect our allies' advance.
Our target's still up ahead. Don't give up here.
Outro derrubado.
Bandit, shut down!
Deixa eu ver.
This is
Cadê o...
Viking 7. Targeting computer is malfunctioning. I'll have to judge with my eyes.
Oh no! They're penetrating our air defense zone! Are these guys all that's left?
Pronto.
Bad news, Roscott 1. Those guys are the Rosgreaves. Our air-based defenses are weak. If they press on us, we don't stand a chance.
Oxe, tá de lado o
Gotta take out
bagulho.
more of their air defenses.
Lascou.
We're just gonna keep taking damage.
Don't be fixated on the ground. We have enemies in the air, too. I didn't hear anything about having to deal with these monsters.
I hate to be thinking like this, but I can't help feeling like we're being used again. My little
Aí,
brother's flying up there.
toma. Tá aqui.
Is that right, Grim? He's in the Sand Island Squadron?
Yep, I'm real proud of him.
Acho que tá de boa.
Take care of yourself, Hans.
bombardeiro aí.
That was a close one, huh?
This battle's too spread out.
Okay, guys, same drill. Don't pay any attention to the captain's orders. Even if we dropped our bombs, they'd probably get shot down in midair. Stay focused, though. We may not have the air support we had before.
Say, kid, do you recognize those voices from below?
Sim, é óbvio que eu reconheço essas
That
vozes.
army unit.
Vozes.
They were in Operation Footprint, too. I'm glad they made it this far.
The area's too high. We'll be spreading ourselves too thin. Approaching gun range.
Not bad. Aren't you glad I taught you everything you know?
Bem,
Well, maybe half of everything.
Great. So what about the other half? Hey!
The guys in the air keep saying that the Rosgrees are up there. You're kidding.
Rasgris. É,
Whatever it takes to maintain your current course. If they attack all at once, we won't be able to cover them.
é aquele avião ali.
Viking 5's engine is
Quem é?
spewing smoke.
A1 a 10.
Our allies are taking significant damage. We must hurry.
Captain Naga said don't overdo it.
Thanks. I'm all right now.
A shell exploded right in front of me. That was close.
É, agora
Guys on the ground have us right
agora
in their
não está
sights.
muito.
The demons of Rosgrees, huh? Hey,
Aí,
we could come up with a nickname
um
like that.
apoio.
Nah, I'd hate to end up with a name we can't live up to.
Never thought we'd be flying this far out.
Oh, that's good. They're using their altitude difference to fence them in. Too bad they're not on our side.
Grim, watch my back.
Got it. I'm covering you.
Derrubei.
This is Thunderhead. Operation proceeding smoothly. Victory is just a matter of time now.
É, agora é.
Continue sweeping up the remaining enemy forces.
Vocês podem ver aí
Bombers are gonna fly over our heads.
nossos aliados aí.
This is rough. Now I remember why I hate defensive fighting.
Don't let any enemy planes slip past this line.
Tá demorando pra fazer.
Melting your brain?
Can you find your brother's position on the battlefield, Grim?
Sir, we can't pick favorites. Everyone down there needs our help.
Fine. Then everyone down there's your brother.
Ah, na hora que eu chego perto, né? Os bombardeiros aparecem um inimigo. Beleza. Melhor deixar um pouco de mísseis aqui porque é um pouco importante para a próxima parte. Para a próxima
Plane
parte.
shut down abandoned.
What happened to our SAMs? I haven't heard a peep from them. They were destroyed already! Those bastards!
We have a sit rep from advancing Allied forces. Listen up, War Dog.
This is Viking 1. We managed to get
Tacar
through the enemy fire.
compartilhar aí.
This is Hawk 1. We're taking some hits, but
É
we're
bem
still good to
preciso esse
go.
negócio aqui.
You got that? Continue support. Over.
I see it. Tally ho on the enemy field HQ. Okay, on final for bomb attack. Everybody ready?
Ah, assim? Será? Boa ideia? Não, acho que não é uma boa ideia. Mas, olha de qualquer
Stay
jeito.
cool and make it count. They're firing from the ground.
Aí, destruir.
You guys are amazing. You got us through all
É
that flak.
horrível, é.
Locked on.
Ah, não, é horrível esses mísselzinhos. Não acerta um calango. Na verdade, acertar um calango
The deployments in each
aqui é
position appear to be
impossível.
very heavy. Should we concentrate our firepower?
Se concentrar aí, ó. Faz tudo.
This is
Faz tudo que
Archer.
você
Roger
quiser aí.
that. Adjusting position.
Eu acho que eu não seria
Receive the airfield. Prepare to
líder
fire.
desse esquadrão
Let's give them a
muito bom.
taste of their own medicine. All right, missile inbound.
Get as many planes in the air as you can while they can still take off.
The enemy's on the runway. Our planes won't be able to return to base.
Direct hit on enemy
Caramba, é
HQ.
difícil, hein?
Repeat, confirmed bullseye on enemy HQ.
Caramba, ela já sendo destruído faz é tempo. O quartel inimigo ela só foi descobrir agora.
Look at all this anti-aircraft fire.
Here's the last one. Make it pretty.
off everything you brought with you.
Acho que já tá bom de causar tormento e destruição. Aí um easter egg desse Cimbat 4 aí. Para dizendo que é tipo quando você tá no Cimbat 4 você usa uma bomba especial ou o AUX que ficou. Mas acho que deve significar alguma coisa. Ah, aquele hangar é importante.
This is Viking 4, bombs away. Aim carefully. Drop him right on top of the enemy captain. Mechanical parts discovered in destroyed enemy facility. We'll have the ground forces retrieve them later.
We have a line of sight with the enemy vehicles.
You're the same as always, huh, Nagase? Nothing ever gets you down.
Yeah, thanks.
Esse aqui também tá morto.
Warning! You're being spiked by enemy radar!
Launching!
Não,
How are things going down there?
é de boa aqui.
I'll hit the anti-aircraft vehicles. Captain, you hit the tanks.
O que? Vai matar todo
That's
mundo.
fine with me too.
This is Viking 1. Bombing run on field HQ complete.
All right. No point sticking around. Let's go home. Roger. Mission complete. Returning to base. Escort fighters, thanks for all your support.
I'm telling you, Kit could single-handedly turn the tide of this war. It's almost scary.
We're losing all our
Aí.
base facilities. It's all over.
All the park planes were shelled and destroyed.
I feel like I'm in a sauna.
Bombardeio
Probably lost a good
bem
gallon of
sucedido.
sweat by now.
Caramba, o Chopper fez um ataque suicida ali. Ah, não foi não.
Fox 2! Missile hit!
Ah, roubando kill, é? Otário.
As long as they're here, we can fight with peace of mind.
Chopper firing.
Ok, eu acho que... A 20 segundos. Só isso?
Chopper, are you alright?
I guess I'm more delicate than I thought. I was fading out for a while there, but I'm still good. Commencing full rocket fire!
Ah, pra cá um.
Full rocket fire.
This is Hawk 1. Runway captured.
Quer ver?
This is Eagle 1. No more enemy planes taken.
Caramba, diminuiu o mapa.
Enemy AWACS
Coitado que a gente
detected.
tava destruindo os
Destroy
árvores.
it and maintain our air superiority over the battlefield.
Agora tem os
Eliminate the enemy air power and secure air superiority over the area. We need all your cooperation to refuel everyone safely. This airspace is dominated by enemy forces. Be careful.
Here it comes. That's the boss, right?
O boss.
Attack the enemy AWACS and refueling aircraft first.
Chefão aí.
Okay, let's go.
Destruir. Eu vou atacar os inimigos aqui e tudo.
It's
A
not a very
batalha
tough
épica.
plane, but it can be a real pain if it's not on your side.
Yes, I know what you mean.
Blaze's missile hit.
Primeira dupla de inimigos.
Don't
Morreu.
let up just because we have an AWACS on our side.
Warning, you're being spiked by enemy
Caramba, vai
radar.
ficar girando mesmo? Aí eu nem discuti porque ficou girando também.
There's only a few enemy planes. Why are the guys on the ground so upset?
Vou detonar aquele otário também.
Ground forces. That is all.
Fox 2.
Ah, desviou, foi. Nossa morte vai ser mais sofrida. Espera aí.
The enemy has a large aerial force. Our intelligence was wrong
Falei.
again.
Otário.
I'll be sending out orders. Don't worry and focus on the fight.
Como é que você acertou?
Commence full rocket fire.
Cara,
These guys you keep ranting about.
mas acho que tem como acertar, não?
The demons are soaked to rim vaccine.
Ah, não tem como acertar, eu acho.
More planes.
Chopper, check 6.
Whoa, how'd that guy get there?
Não, eu vou acertar, ó.
Warning. The The enemy is moving unpredictably. We can't monitor them.
Não, acho.
Zenith 11! They're right on my tail!
Ah, meu
Please respond!
Deus!
them down. The enemy's air forces are falling apart.
Finalmente,
All right, mission
otários,
complete. Return to base.
caiam e queimem junto com todo o seu avião. Finalmente, cara. É um sofrimento. Ah,
Blades,
caramba.
begin landing checks.
Operation Desert Arrow was a success. Yuktobania's field headquarters and the airfield both fell to our forces. The Osean army is advancing quickly on all fronts, and enemy forces in the northern part of the Jolachi Desert are on the verge of being annihilated. The ground forces, fresh from securing the Jolachi area of operations, have set off for Kruik Fortress in their quest to liberate Zinigrad.
Our ground forces have scored a major victory. If we can destroy the fortress standing in our path, we'll open a road to the capital of Yuktobania. Then we'll storm the heart of the enemy.
E ainda consegui rank S. Ainda bem. Salvar aqui. Essa parte aqui. Ah, só pra avisar que esse save clear aí é porque eu tinha zerado o jogo de novo aí, porque eu fiquei... eu tinha zerado o jogo aí. Já tinha zerado antes, só que aí eu sou um animal e eu tinha salvado o save daqui dessa gameplay por cima, então, né? Zerei de novo.
We're holding a peace ceremony at a stadium in November City. Our vice president will be giving a speech to rally the citizens. Now, you've been asked to do a flyby above the ceremony. Don't screw this up! You should consider this an honor and do your part to boost citizen morale. This is the vice president we're dealing with here, so consider this a guard detail as well, and be prepared for anything out there.
Your mission this time takes place above November International Stadium, a gigantic 70,000-seat arena located in the center of the city of November on the southern coastline of Osia. Vice President Appleruth is giving a speech there, and you will be conducting a flyby above the stadium as part of the production. You can return to base at 17:30 hours, the time the speech is scheduled to end. After the flyby, remain in formation and conduct a combat air patrol in and around the stadium until that time. This is a ceremonial flight, but you will be fully armed in case of an emergency. Don't forget to patrol the airspace surrounding the stadium too.
Como é conveniente, a gente vai ter que fazer uma missão aí pra... que é meio que um voo por cima do estádio, assim, pra... é simples isso, é só para fazer um voo mesmo, né? E agora liberou F-35, finalmente. Caramba, eu tô sem dinheiro já. Vou vender esses Gripen aqui, só servem pra ser caros. Pera aí. Opa, voltei. É porque esses Gripen aqui só servem pra ser caros. Então eu vou vender eles e comprar os F-35 aqui, né? Pronto, agora eu vou começar a missão.
Captain, which... I'm not sure. War dog, launch.
I'm proud to be able to fly like this.
É só deixar preparado aí. Acho que salva pra próxima parte.
Everyone, form up and don't stray apart from each other. Okay, Blaze?
Beleza.
Great. Let's begin.
Ixi, olha a altura que ele tá. 999. Se inverter fica 666. Será que temos indicações que essa missão vai ser do ruim? Não, porque tá dizendo que a speed tá no início tá 599. E se inverter não tem nada demais, né? Mas se inverter ali a altura fica 666. Ixi, missão do diabo. Vou cerimonial, muito emocionante. É subindo e descendo. Meu Deus, é só isso aqui, é. Voo cerimonial. Cerimonial. Oi. Ixi, deu 666. Deu 666 na hora, agora tá saindo da altura. Fazer aqui as manobras. Aí começa a atirar aqui. Acho que não é bom testar isso aqui não, vai falhar a missão. Aí ele vai fazer stall, agora. Se o avião cair em algum prédio, você vai fazer uma recriação do dia 11 de setembro. Aí conseguimos. E aí os caras vêm aí meu avião, olha meu avião, olha.
As your vice president, I stand here on behalf of the president of Osea. Listen to your fellow countrymen, cheering before me. They are filled with anger against Yuktobanya, and they swear that they will not drop their weapons until Yuktobanya has surrendered. Now, I ask you to listen. Listen to
Great. Here comes the thunderous applause.
Wait! That's all! Citizens, please stop this!
The chosen lives in flight. They just inglês horrível.
That isn't
Só na
exactly rock
pista.
and roll, you know. Who cares? Hey, they want to get along with the enemy too, right? Man, this song's got soul.
Fiz negócio de pisque não.
This is Thunderhead. Approaching enemy formation confirmed.
Agora essa missão tem uma das músicas aí mais. Essa missão e a música dela é uma das mais intensas do jogo inteiro. Não boa, a música e a missão mais intensa do jogo inteiro. Só dá pra perceber pela música aí. Bombar todo mundo aqui. Derrubei. Claro. 4 negros contra a força aérea uktobaniana. O que poderia dar errado? Agora. Boa demais a música.
Are you saying the enemy's invaded this far inland?
Baseado.
Are you sure those planes are headed for this stadium? How could they time this so well? Were they listening to the speech too? Is this the Uke's way of expressing their opinion of the speech?
Outro otário pra Copa.
The enemy's targeting a public rally.
Como vocês podem ver, os uktobanianos gostam de cometer crimes de guerra aí, atacando estádios cheios de civis. Derrubado.
Where was our air defense force? Forget it. Prepare to engage. Our allied planes will deal with the unknown aircraft. Start escorting the crowd. We'll evacuate the vice president through the boiler room on the eastern side. Open the entrance gates. Get the people on the first floor out that way. Once they're out, get them as far away as possible.
Inimigo ali.
All right, let's think about our priorities here.
Caramba, não acerta não, né?
Civilian casualties as low as you possibly
Pronto,
can.
Derruba esse
Evacuation has
Typhoon aí
begun.
também, esse Typhoon.
Well, yeah, but they can't get out that fast.
Why'd the vice president have to assemble so many people here? Jeez, what a
Agora,
moron.
Captain Davenport,
Aí.
shut your mouth and take out those enemies.
saiu mesmo fora.
Aye, aye, sir. Now you're talking.
One
pra
ain't
cima
shut
dele
down.
ali.
Damn Rosgrease.
Caramba.
They won't be able to evacuate the citizens in time.
4 minutes until reinforcements arrive.
Bem,
Just as we were briefed, there's only 4 of them. That may be enough. These are the Rosgrease after all.
outro morto.
I feel like we're being sent to die as some
Genocide.
sacrifice.
Somebody go up to the front of the line and guide everyone out.
Can you
Bora.
evacuate the VIP boxes first?
We aren't in a good position here.
Where's backup from the local police?
Zenith 3, break! Missile! Missile! Fighters
fora.
shut down!
Doido. Ah, pistola agora não.
Exits and escape slides. We're using everything.
Missile hit!
Ué, tava com traçante azul ali.
Planes are shot down.
Acho que também dá o tônico agora. Arma laser.
What's the point of this mission? Mod 6, watch yourself. I'll let your
Okay.
captain hear that. You can thank those damn warmongers for all this.
If you're gonna attack the vice president. The rest of us just want peace.
I guess we just took a step back on the road to peace. Approaching gun range.
Acho que deve ser horrível ó, derrubar tanto avião em cima de uma cidade.
We can't let them
No
take
final
control
do
of the
dia, os
airspace.
destroços têm que ir pra algum lugar, né?
Kid, this is
Provavelmente
Chopper.
vão ir
Are the
pra
reinforcements close?
todas aquelas
I'll
casas
hang
lá
on a
embaixo.
little longer.
Captain Davenport, how much longer do you think we can hold them off?
Diz que não
Till the
vai,
very end, you
não tem
idiot.
nenhuma,
We got to protect
não
these
pode ter
people.
nenhuma baixa civil, só que a mera batalha aqui já meio que confirma assim que vai ter baixa civil, é impossível não ter nenhuma.
Don't let anyone linger around the gate. They're blocking the way.
We can't make it. There's too many of them.
Hang in there. 2 minutes until Allied reinforcements arrive.
Okay, I'll get ready to pass the
Epa.
baton.
Ainda bem que esses aviões desse jogo não tem física quando se bate, quer dizer, de caça. Porque senão, toda vez que fizesse uma manobra que nem essa aí, que os aviões lá praticamente se batem no ar, aí ia estar lascado. Vocês podem ver a
ACCM, the Storm Communication Link.
bem intensa a música,
The Allied planes aren't
a
coming.
missão
What's
também.
going on?
Reinforcements
Tudo,
are on the way.
tudo nessa
Just
missão
hang
é
in there.
intenso.
Damn it!
Até o
The
café.
pieces are responding to me. But
Sabor,
don't you
eles têm
understand? There's an air battle above the stadium.
Fox 2! Fox 2!
Então está acontecendo a terceira guerra mundial em cima da cidade aqui e os caras estão sabendo o que está
How did you so far
acontecendo.
inland?
The vice president has already left the stadium.
Agora lá vem esse avião dos crimes de guerra e bombardear o estádio. Como sempre, né?
New enemy formation detected. It's a flight of enemy stealth fighters.
Derruba ele.
Are they inbound to the stadium?
They're dead set on crushing us, both physically and politically.
Pronto, agora tem um monte mais de criminosos de guerra a mais.
Roger, Quad. Commencing attack on the stadium.
Se bem que a gente cometeu um monte de crimes de guerra aqui, então
Are you alright?
provavelmente
You've been hit.
Nah, it's
Provavelmente
nothing
ele
big.
tá
Not
nem aí.
wounded. I ought to be able to keep this plane in the air a little longer. Besides, planes are expendable, right, kid?
Que nada, é caro esse avião.
No, this plane and I are both coming back. Don't worry so much.
Chopper, can you bail out?
Cara, eu tô
Well, that's kind of
de...
difficult right now.
Acho que eu iria falar em uma playthrough normal.
November City is still under attack. This is
Sim
not a
mesmo.
drill. Repeat.
Sim, isso aqui.
There's nothing but houses
Sei
down
lá.
below. I can't leave
Deu
this
vontade
plane
de
yet.
apertar não e ver o que ele ia falar.
Kid, you see any place where I can drop this plane?
Sim, eu tô
Way to
vendo,
go,
tô vendo.
Captain. So where?
The stadium, Chopper. Can you hear me? Drop it into the center of the stadium and bail out. Do you understand?
Roger, good idea. Gives me some hope I just might make it.
Eu duvido
Better
muito.
wait for the crowd to
Na
evacuate.
verdade, eu acho que o Chopper aí já tava praticamente condenado a morrer nessa parte. Não sei nem como ele pousar aí no início ali, porque tipo. Não, um avião passa. Como ele disse aí, tá todo lascado o avião dele.
Aim for that plane. Now's our
Não
chance to
presta
take
mais
out the demon.
praticamente não presta mais o sistema de ataque aí.
Get a medal for backing this one.
E praticamente
Chopper, I'll cover you.
só tá voando avião por causa da força do ódio e do combustível, né?
Captain Davenport, please bail out!
Just a little more.
Pronto, derrubei ele.
Just let me keep flying until the evacuation's over.
Cadê esse outro,
Damn it,
otário?
I'm losing thrust. Grim, you take that enemy.
All right, just keep
Poxa, eu botei pra eles usarem arma especial, não pra usar não.
Do it for all your fallen comrades. I'll finish you off. On 4, cover me.
Captain Davenport, report on the status of your plane.
The instrument panel's red as a
Derrubei,
rose card.
pronto.
All enemy stealth fighters, confirmed destroyed.
Agora eu tô condenado que eu não tenho mais
We've
míssil.
called back the Allied fighters.
Tá com esse míssil antinávio aí na cidade.
Too late. There goes the radar. My circuits are toast.
Cadê?
Look,
Ah!
forget about it, Chopper. Just bail out. Please,
Toma um
bail
míssil
out.
aí, ó. Ah, nem acertou.
Okay, guess now's the time.
This is Thunderhead.
Não, vai acertar míssil
Are
ali.
you all right?
Coitado do Chopper, tá morrendo enquanto eu sou um otário que fica tentando bombardear o estádio.
Roger. Now get out.
Massa. Também não sei porque eles ficam se preocupando com baixas civis, praticamente já derrubaram a força aérea que estão baneando inteira. Os destroços já mataram meio milhão de pessoas aí.
Don't give up.
Ficam se preocupando agora com baixas civis.
Try. Chopper!
Isso cara é tudo estranho.
I'm gonna miss that voice.
Não! Chopper! Caramba.
I hate to say this now, but there's a second enemy wave approaching. All units, engage.
Beleza. Bora derrubar esses otários. Ah, vem aqui, doido.
These guys are no demons. We can take them. All right, engage the remaining enemy fighters.
Derrubei. Força do ódio aí agora. Ah, vai. Ah, pronto, agora fica.
What's going on? They're maneuvering even better than before. So this is what those demons are really like.
Caramba, agora ficou boa a machine gun, foi? O avião dele só tá voando por causa da força do ódio, tá falando, ó. Olha aí, ó.
This is the true power of the Rosgraves. Don't lose your confidence. We can still beat them.
Você não consegue ganhar da gente não, otário. Mais outro pra Copa.
It's like they're different pilots. Did the demons take them over? We were no match for them after all.
Ah, você vai cair.
Enemy reinforcements inbound. We should separate from the fight soon.
Esse cara tá em praticamente uma missão suicida aqui. Porque aí quer atacar o estádio. É, acho que vocês já entenderam porque é suicida, né? Ir pro meio de um país que cheio de força aérea, esse bagulho aí, pra atacar um estádio e depois voltar não é tão, digamos, militarmente correto.
We just got word from the ground. Except for a few injuries and the confusion following the evacuation, there were no civilian casualties in the stadium. He was a model fighter pilot to the end. Join me in saluting Captain Davenport.
F. Caramba, agora os frames droparam ali, tu é doido.
Vice President Appleruth escaped from the stadium in his personal vehicle. Despite the late arrival of reinforcements, civilian casualties were kept to a bare minimum. The Yuktobanian fighters' ingress route is currently under investigation. Captain Alvin H. Davenport, who lost his life in the battle, is no longer with the team. He has been granted a posthumous 2-rank promotion.
Chopper aí, infelizmente, veio a falecer, né? Caralho. Já tinha zerado o jogo, cara, tô triste. Não, tô triste não, mas... é triste.
Look at that wreckage. I'm amazed they're still making them like this.
They?
This looks like a standard fighter jet, but it's actually different. They've done a lot of things to reduce the number of parts and cut down manufacturing costs, without sacrificing the plane's strength and performance. Very cost effective. You could make 3 planes for the price of 2 this way.
Who's this they you're referring to?
North Ossia Grunder Industries. Formerly the South Belka Munitions Factory, run by the Belkan government.
But Ossia has taken over that land now. South Belkan technology is being used for Ossia. Why does Yuktobania have this?
Good question. Actually, speaking of Belka, Ossia recruited some Belkan flying aces after the war 15 years ago to strengthen our air force. You know about this?
No. Really?
An aggressor squadron comprised entirely of Belkan aces. Our old enemy. Well, that's the rumor anyway. Even an old fox like me isn't sure they exist. I bet the current administration isn't even aware of the story.
Before the Ossian ground forces can proceed into the Yuktobanian capital of Sinigrad, they'll have to deal with Kruik Fortress directly in their path. The robust defense of this fortress has stalled the advance of our armies for the past 5 days. If this situation continues for much longer, it will give Yuktobania time to complete preparations for a counterattack. We need to take the fortress and enable our ground forces to reach the enemy capital as quickly as possible. To do this, we will launch an air attack on Kruik Fortress. Our last attack sortie fell prey to their anti-aircraft guns and air defense fighters. Deal a decisive blow to the fortress and its surrounding air power, and support the ground forces as they penetrate the complex. Open the door to Kruik. The day of Sinigrad's liberation is near.
Liberação de Cimigrad, é? Não é só crimes de guerra em escala gigante. Não. Agora finalmente desbloqueou lá os caça-massa, eu diria assim. F-22. Ixi. Sem dúvida nenhuma, eu vou vender meus F-35 tudo aqui só pra pegar ele. Que jogador de Cimbat não faria isso? Não é mesmo? Aí vai eu vendo tudo e não tem dinheiro suficiente. Deu dinheiro suficiente.
Captain, which plane should I use?
I'm not sure about this.
War Dog, launch.
Agora só completar a missão. Invadir a Fortaleza Crook.
Pilots, check your plane and prepare for refuel.
King Cobra to Able. Today we're gonna do it. This is Able. Don't be stupid. Can't you see that wall in front of us? We're getting air support from Sand Island today. Roger that. I'll tell everyone now.
Aí, a gente vai ganhar.
Lieutenant Colonel, the enemy sent this message to our armies.
This fortress will not be captured. Go back
Vamos
to your
fazer ataque
country.
contra as Spearboxes aí.
All right,
Eles estão
then.
atacando nossos
Let's finish
aliados
this
ali.
up quick so we can get home to our families.
Archer, engaging.
Tamo aí, otário.
Allied forces in the air, listen to me. If the ground forces are wiped out, this operation will fail. We need to place top priority on eliminating the threat to our ground forces. We're counting on you.
Edge engaging.
Aí, tá muito
I'm sick of
difícil.
looking at this place, but after today, I won't have to. You know the Sand Island squadron above us?
É simples essa
Supposedly
missão
they're
aqui,
the
é só
Browskers we
pra,
keep hearing about.
só pra destruir a
Intercept team. Does the enemy have something hidden up their
força
sleeve?
dos inimigos, né?
Our air support's from Sand
Para
Island,
os
so don't
aliados
worry about
conseguirem
a thing.
invadir a Fortaleza.
This is the final obstacle before the enemy's capital city.
I see it. The Colosseum is still in operation. This is the third attempt. Remember, there will be no fourth time. Enemy ground forces advancing. Another large-scale offensive. This is the third time.
Destruir ela? É, ele tem pra destruir.
It's not ready for takeoff. Remaining aircraft will follow shortly. Monitor anti-aircraft fire. We'll eliminate the threat near the gate with the help of Sand Island.
I'll launch a close air support effort.
Aí,
Captain, it's up to you to prioritize the targets for this attack.
priorizar. Destruir todo mundo aí, ó.
Huge.
Já é específico esses
If we
comandos.
break through here, the capital's just ahead. Sorry, no visitors allowed. Run along home now. Watch out for enemy
Sem
planes.
visitantes
We're dealing with the
permitidos.
Rosgrees here.
Ó, sai fora, a gente vai invadir aqui, ó.
They're blocking the way, and they're hungry for blood.
Target hit.
Tem que vir aí, por favor.
This is the 3rd Lance Armored Brigade. Requesting orders to penetrate the fortress.
Vai lá.
All right, roger that. Air support is with us. All 3rd Lance units, forward.
Vamos passar por aí mesmo.
HQ to 1st Platoon.
Ih, lascaram, tá cheio de inimigo ali.
Here they come. I've been waiting for this.
HQ, we're broken through the southern
Por
fortress
que
wall.
o animal do Thunderhead não marcou esses inimigos aqui antes? Os nossos aliados tomar míssil. Até acho que o Thunderhead é um animal.
They have a great view on all sides from here. They can target us no matter where we are.
Cabeça de
This
trovão
fortress has turned
também,
out to be
não
full of
tá esperar o
surprises.
que.
Keep your takeoff roll short. Begin launch. Climb as steep as you can the moment you're airborne. Use max auto. We'll get shut down before we even make it up. This is the only way. You've got to carry out your mission.
Enemy planes taking off from Fortress Runway. They're sending reinforcements to launch a counterattack.
This is Mission 1. Commence attack.
Targeting the Rosgrees and the enemy
Bora.
strike craft.
Ah!
I want to help our allies in trouble.
The fate of the ground forces rests on our close air support.
The attack's growing more fierce.
Range 500. Armored vehicle. Heat missile up. HQ to all forces. Do not allow them to penetrate. This is Tarantula. We're halfway through the fortress.
Agora ferrou que ele se
Going like
escondeu ali.
this, we just might pull it off this time.
Enemy tanks advancing out of Fortress Gate.
Enemy tank at your rear. Turn
Deu
around.
ruim agora, né?
Max speed. Give me everything you've got. We can't go any faster than this. That was a ricochet.
Ó, caramba, para de me bombardear aí com. Sério?
How are we supposed to go on fighting? Reinforcements will be here, I promise. Just hold out until then. Our turret's been blown off. We can't maneuver.
Looks like we'll be able to enjoy the new year with our families, thanks to Sand Island.
HQ, we're at the northern fortress wall. We're breaking through.
At this rate, we'll be able to make up for all that lost time.
Can anyone get in contact with Raji? This is Fertilance. We're at the fortress exit. Should we go outside? Please advise.
E vai pra fora.
Roger. We'll break down the
Morro
gate.
todo.
Thanks for your instructions from the
Caramba.
Good luck to you. Bust through
Maldade.
here like you're gonna run all the way to Cinegrad. They're pushing them back all the way to Halred. It's them. They're back again. Their attacks are so deadly, it's frightening. I can see how they'd be like demons to the enemy.
Pronto.
Those guys can attack from many positions. Don't let your guard down. Retreat us. Keep moving forward.
Enemy tank confirmed destroyed. Edge,
Mo.
firing.
These guys are
Os caras fazendo emboscada aí.
These pilots are good. They've got some sharp moves.
Those guys are gonna blow away the entire fortress. Help us! It's the Rosgrees!
Olha assim que é assim que se faz mesmo.
We'll attack from both sides.
This guy's good.
I've heard of the 4 wings of Sand Island, but I only see 3. Don't you know? Only good little boys can see the 4th one.
Pronto, agora é só um.
Finally shook it off.
All right, come on, keep going.
They've still got their guns aimed at us. They aren't dead yet.
Errei.
The soldiers still haven't faltered. That must be their elite force. Get the Rosgrees over here now. Our lives are depending on them.
Please let us make it in time.
Damage report.
Pronto.
Puff Adder and Mamba teams heavily annihilated. Remaining force at 70%.
Sam, confirmed destroyed.
Aê,
Northern fortress wall taken down. We skewered them.
conseguimos.
Excellent. Hey, send a message back to the enemy. This fortress has been successfully captured. We're going back to our country real soon.
Então vocês podem ver esse é o sinal de destruição do Rosgrees. Ixi, os caras fazendo frango ali, frango frito. Defumado aqui, ó. Isso é louco. Coitado do povo que tá aqui dentro. Tudo lascado.
The so-called impregnable fortress fell in half a day, and the momentum of the Osean army had reached a peak. Its final stronghold lost, the Yuktubanian army was setting up a barricade in the urban area up ahead. The next battle could see a lot of bloodshed, with innocent civilians caught in the crossfire. However, the men and officers of the Osean army were optimistic. They thought, as long as the 3 fighters from Sand Island were taking part in the action, things would turn out all right. They have become the center of the army's strength now.
Essa missãozinha aqui é bem pequenininha, uma missãozinha de meio que conectado. Meio que só... É só uma missãozinha bem pequenininha aqui, não é nem uma missão própria. Então eu vou fazer ela aqui e terminar o vídeo. Beleza? Então vai ser essa. Vocês podem ver aí o esquadrão 8492. O 80º milésimo. 8 milésimos. Ah, não sei. 8 alguma coisa. 40º. Nono segundo. Não sei, deve ser algum. É 84 90 squadron, mano. E agora eles estão bombardeando a gente. Os caras nos traíram. Vocês tinham esquecido mesmo que eles não existiam, né? Não vou medir minhas forças contra os caras. Eita caramba! Eu não esperava que... eu não esperava que tava tão forte assim os carinha. Né? Infelizmente tomei uma lapada aí. Cara, eu acho que é melhor eu desfiar deles. Vou tacar o míssil e dar o fora. Não, tu tá doido. Esse cara não mede força não. Também esses caras é tudo suicida. Vão logo com um avião cargueiro pra lutar contra os inimigos. Não é nem avião cargueiro, é avião J-Wax. É mesmo que... meio que deixou radar doido.
Enemy ECM! Wait a second. That escort plane.
Bora.
The 8492nd Squadron doesn't exist.
É óbvio que ele não existe. Você já sabia que ele não existia e você continuou seguindo ele. Sem desconfiar de nada.
Multiple unmarked fighters inbound. Hey, is that their voice on the radio?
You must destroy them. We can't let them in this war. Roger. We'll surround them and attack from all directions.
Não deu.
8492nd Squadron, aren't you Tabanian spies?
8492.
Bora. Ah, você vai...
I know I've heard that somewhere before. That's right. When we were helping the president's emergency landing, it was the 8492nd.
Vou descarregar pro lugar do Judas, detalhe. Posso falar.
We got the president too.
Carregar pro inferno.
So that's what escalated the war.
Sim, é isso aí mesmo.
We've got to tell people
Pronto,
about
cometi
this.
crimes de guerra.
But how? We're
Crimes de
completely
guerra
surrounded.
permitidos porque ele
break
estava
through.
tecnicamente atuando no combate aí.
Breaking through their curtain.
Então era permitido o abate dele.
Captain, penetrate their barrier
Agora
cabin
aqui é só
head east.
pra... Pode melhor dar o fora aqui pra não ficar morrendo toda hora. E pra aquela linha ali que tá aparecendo no mapa pra terminar a missão.
Thunderhead,
Mini
respond.
missão.
I've got nothing but gray on my radar. It's being jammed.
É óbvio, eles fizeram a emboscada perfeita.
It's a
No meio das montanhas geladas, cheio de avião inimigo, sem radar,
Gotta make it back.
sem
Even if we
comunicação,
have to turn our
até
backs to the enemy,
lascado.
right?
Sim, a gente só precisa dar uma fora daqui,
Yes,
ó.
we still have things we have to do and people we have to protect.
Olha, cabine realista. Realista.
I'll only concentrate on the enemies directly in our path.
Aí consegui. Cheguei.
Let's hurry back home.
É óbvio. Ah, desgraça! Ah, velho. Bem,